Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Beatrice Otie, the young encourager who tells you to save time, save money. Oh my god. Anyways, do you want to subscribe on the channel? Subscribe, please. Kindly subscribe. Thank you. And for more content. So on this video, I'll be talking about the Federalskilled trade. I promise I deliver. So I'll be talking about the Federalskilled trade. What is Federalskilled trade? Federalskilled trade is a program that it's part of the other programs, which is Canadian Experience Class, Federalskilled Worker, that the government uses to rank you in the Express Entry profile, right? For Federalskilled trade, you have to have 2 years experience in the last 5 years. The minimum requirement is 2 years experience in the last. Like this is the big one. This one is not the eligibility criteria for this one. Is 2 years in the last 5 years. It's just like Canadian Experience Class, where you have to have at least 1 year experience in Canada. This one is 2 years experience in the last 5 years. Now you have to have a job offer for this one. You have to have a job offer from a province in Canada. This program works best with having like a provincial nominee certificate, right? Although you could have a job offer for if you want to do NMIA exempt or LMIA. I will dive deeper into LMIA. Which is what is LMIA. I'll dive deeper into that. Don't worry about it. So you could use that, or you could get like a provincial nominee certification from a province. You understand? And remember that 2 years has to be full-time or part-time according to the equivalent. So I will leave the link in the description below. The knock code. Remember I talked about knock code and knock number. Knock level. Knock level, there's knock level O, A, or B. O is under managerial roles. A is under professional roles, and B is under technical roles, or like skilled training or apprenticeship. So for this one, you have to be under no code B, and that 2 years in the last 5 years as well. So also has to fall under no code B. So for instance, a chef, right? A chef is under no code B. So their knock level is B, but their knock code number will be 6321. Okay, I'm going to leave the description for you to search for your knock code number as well as your knock code level. For this program, make sure you don't want to get banned. I've been hearing some people saying, oh, this happened to them, or they misrepresented themselves. It's little mistakes. So you want to ensure that double check your stuff, give it a month, no rush. If someone said, oh, I got mine into, please, everybody is different, no rush. Take your time painstakingly and do what you got to do for yourself, okay? It has to be on that knock code B, a knock code level B. The knock number is 6321. Now, this is for a chef, so it's different for other numbers. So if you're doing like carpenter work, as far as it's under the knock level B, and you've had 2 years in the last 5 years experience, and you have a job offer, or you have a certificate of qualification from a province, from a federal government, from a territory. Remember, we have 3 territories and 10 provinces. Now, Quebec, the reason why they say federal is Quebec is like a different part of Canada. It's Canada, but it's a little bit different. And yeah, if you do get a certification, definitely you qualify for this program. So 2 years work experience, knock level B, job offer, or certificate of qualification from a provincial nominee. This is the qualification for this. Now, language you still have to get like your IELTS. It's also like a requirement. However, it's not really it's not a high number. The minimum requirement for listening is 5.0. Remember, you're supposed to compare this with the Canadian language benchmark, because if you're taking IELTS, or you're taking CELPIP, or you're taking TCF or TEF, make sure that band, whatever number you get, so let's say you get 6 or 7, make sure the minimum level is 5 for listening, 5 for 5 for reading as well. 5 for listening and 5 for speaking. Writing and reading is 4.0. So 4.0 Canadian language benchmark for your reading and your writing, 5.0 for your listening and your speaking for the Canadian language benchmark. So it doesn't matter which exam you write. So if you CELPIP, IELTS, TCF, just make sure it falls on that Canadian language benchmark 5, CLB 5. Then you're all set to go. You still have to prove your education. college degree. You could always compare that to educational credential assessment via WES. There are other organizations, but the reason why I always recommend WES is because WES is faster, is efficient, and you can use it, you can do it online instead of spending time or stress. It's entirely up to you. You could go use whichever recognized organization you want to use. However, most people recommend using WES. Okay, most people recommend using WES. So minimum requirements, I already said that 2 years, job offer, certificate of nomination from a province, and NOC level B. The reason I'm saying NOC level B, so you don't make the mistake. Remember, this is not FSW. This is FST, Federalskilled Trade. So yeah, and other qualification is language, education, and your work experience, which is that work experience is the big thing for this program. That work experience is the big thing. Now, I wanted to say something. A lot of people are like, oh, is it okay for me to get a provincial nominee and go to another province? Yes, it's possible. After you have lived according to the specification. So you sign an agreement from the province when they give you a provincial nomination program and say, I'm going to live here for like 3 years or 4 years. When you've settled, you've gotten your permanent residency, you can move to a different province. However, for the time being, you don't want to get into any problem. You are a newcomer. You want them to, they already trust you to even give you permanent residency. So you don't want to break that trust, right? Go to the province that nominated you. Go to the province that gave you a job offer. When you've gotten your PR, you can go to British Columbia, Ontario, wherever. So if let's say Alberta gave you the provincial nominee, please go to that province. The province that nominated you, you must settle in that province. It is not negotiable. Okay, thank you for subscribing. Subscribe, like, share, click on the thumbs up for more content. See you on the next video. Save time, save